Alright. Yo, welcome back, guys. Today we have a VOD review of Blaziken, Meloetta, Deoxys against a single prize deck in Malamar. I'm going to take you through how I thought out the game, how we're trading prizes, and how I went from having 2 and 3 multiple prize Pokemon on board to being able to trade favorably with a single prize deck, even though they can hit ridiculous numbers and they have no multi-prize Pokemon on board. So that's the goal for today. I'm just walking through making my decisions. So see how it goes. Maybe. There we go. So I open the Genesect and I see NK to start right away. I'm thinking, all right, the first thing I'm going is like, how do I get this Genesect not active, and how can I play down this hand? All right, I have a quick ball. I no longer need the choice belt. Not going to play any multi-prize Pokemon, so that's gone. And then I also need another Sparkle target. So I'm thinking, do I burn this Fall Crystal for another Meloetta, so I can Sparkle to 2 instead of having to Sparkle to the Genesect and have a Fusion Strike Energy on a 2-prizer? Or do I save the Fall Crystal for an energy attachment and then take a turn 1 knockout and get into the lead? So I have to discard the choice belt. There it is. Go find a Meloetta. That'll be my turn 1 attachment. Switch into Meloetta, burn some more cards. Rose Tower. And here I do just go get another Meloetta and try to find multiple outs to another energy. Draw into it off the Rose Tower, so now we can Sparkle. There we go. And take a turn 1 KO. And I also still have the Genesect left. Nice. There's Meloetta. I can sequence this enough in the game. I can go Meloetta, I can go Meloetta, Deoxys, and stuff like that. I no longer need the tablets, right? So Meloetta can hit for 140 with only 2 Fusion Strike Energy in play, and they can, with the Raihans in the list, we can attack with Meloetta without any Fusion Strike Energies on it and keep the Fusion Strike Energies in play still. So the Power Tablet, I no longer need that, and here I should be benching the Deoxys to draw more cards. So go burn the Power Tablet, and then I don't bench the Deoxys there, but it's all good. We get around to it next turn, or maybe this turn. Yeah. Also, another thing I could have done is grab a Fall Crystal with the Fall Crystal. I could have grabbed the Deoxys turn 1 instead of grabbing the Meloetta and Sparkle to it, and then try to find a Fusion Strike Energy or a Turbo Energy for the following turn. Because now I have a Fusion Strike Energy on this Meloetta when it should be on the Deoxys. I can go Meloetta, Deoxys, and then I can go the third Deoxys to hit for the 160, or go like another Meloetta. But now I'm missing a Fusion Strike Energy on the Deoxys. Not great. So, from our opponent, pretty clean start though, nonetheless, right? To say the least. So, from our opponent, we're looking for, well, just to get set up really. We have the double NK plus the Synthesis Ambition for 8. They'll be able to take a KO, right? They need a KO here. They go first, so they have the turn 2 Malamar. And now they're just trying to see 3 Rapid Strike Pokemon. You see if the sequencing is pretty good throughout the game. I think a little hazy there at the end, but for the most part, it's good sequencing about them to find their cards. Right. Nice. Take the turn 2 KO. And now we're just trading back and forth. I have to not attack with a multi-prize Pokemon and keep getting energy on board from my Meloettas and Deoxys. So find the Blaziken there. Go bench the Deoxys that I should have benched last turn. We do attach Raihan to the Meloetta. Nice. And now I attach the Fusion Strike Energy here to the Deoxys. And I'm opting to try to this is where I decide if I want to go grab Lumineon next turn, because next turn I need either a Sparkle or a Raihan to attack with a Meloetta again. To get if I go Raihan to the Meloetta, then I still have the Fusion Strike Energy on the Deoxys, because I need an attachment for turn. Unless I go into the Deoxys, then I lose the Fusion Strike Energy off the Deoxys, and then my Meloetta doesn't hit, and then I have to go to the tablets. So I'm trying to avoid having to use the tablets. So I'm thinking what do I want to draw with? I could have burned that Fall Crystal there for Deoxys, but I drew into another one. I decided to keep the Fall Crystal in hand because I wanted the Psychic Energy or Deoxys. The fact that I'm doing the two means I can burn one for the Deoxys, and I can see more cards with Genesect. Alright, so there's a Sparkle for next turn, which is pretty important. So that means this Luminion can go grab a Raihan, so I can attack with Meloetta next turn, which is pretty huge. And also go grab the second Power Tablet. So I go Raihan, attach the energy from Fall Crystal, and go double Power Tablet. So with that one in hand, I can go grab a second with Raihan. Alright, our opponent finds energy to attach off this Artillery, plus the Rescue Carrier. Nice. 7 cards in it. Bench the Inkay, bench the second Inkay. I don't have to bench the Inkay there. I don't know what they have going. Oh, they're going for the Bruno. So bench the Inkay doesn't hurt too much. But if they had the Bruno, they probably could have Brunoed first. And then done the Octo. Because you could have drawn into like a Psychic Energy or something like that. But like you always save the Octo for the last because that's the most guaranteed thing. But decided to go before the Bruno, find the energy, and then choose an energy. So take a KO on the Meloetta. Now it's back to me. I'm going to promote my Meloetta here and bench the Luminion. There it is. Go grab another Raihan. I know I can freely bench these like multi-prize Pokemon because I know the Malamar doesn't play any gusting effects. So I know that if I never promote them, they'll never be in the active for my opponent to KO. So that's like knowing that is a huge, like of course this is a closed list, this is the ladder, I don't really know that, but I have to like play into the knowledge that they probably won't be able to gust those cards. So to get KO with a double tablet, and next turn I have Deoxys set up with the Turbo Energy in hand, and then I can go Sparkle as well. So this following turn I need to not top deck a Fusion Strike Energy so I can Sparkle and get ahead on the attachments as well. Alright, so they go attach to Inkay. See what they got going on over here. Up for a Make Do. Away the Great Ball. Gotta be able to find. There's a Quick Ball. I didn't like the so the Quick Ball away Rapshark Pokemon to go find a Mincino, which isn't bad. Yeah. Guarantee some more draw cards. Right? You want to get the Make Do's in place so you can see as many cards as possible and thin out the non-Rapshark Pokemon so you can just keep drawing the Rapshark Pokemon. So they get a KO this turn, 5 cards in hand. They find the Cintinos, they're doing alright. Once it gets set up, then they're rolling for sure. Another Fall Crystal from our opponent. Fails that, and Karina for 3. Oh, I guess they didn't have the 3 in hand. Lovable. There's the Remoraid, it's back. Nice, there's 3. So, on our turn, hoping for not Fusion Strike Energy top deck. Of course, we don't top deck it, so we go Sparkle, attach the Fusion Strike Energy. Now, here I'm debating the best way to thin out the hands because for the following turn, I need another Fusion Strike Energy, and I opt to get rid of the Energy Search, which is pretty important later on. So I should have kept that in hand, but we go right. I do want the Genesect for later, so I'm trying to decide what's the best card to discard, and I'm not gonna have any more Fusion Strike Energies after this last one attached to Deoxys, so I just get rid of the Meloetta and go grab Blaziken. I should have probably no, because I need to evolve into the VMAX. So I could have grabbed Genesect there and seen some more cards, but now we got Turbo. Draw to a Bad Bass. I got pretty lucky having this Ultra Ball in hand. Could do like multiple outs to find the Blaziken V. So I could have not avenged that this turn. But then now I whiffed the Turbo Energy, and now I need the Turbo Energy next turn. And I could have seen a few more cards with the Genesect in play than I did the Blaziken. And Blaziken, I don't need it this turn, I need it next turn. So go promote the Inkay, follow to the Malamar. It's not bad. Starting off with the Octillery. Unless it's for Karina, they can save the Octillery until the last thing they do to guarantee a Rapid Shark Pokemon. but they're just going for the attachments. So they're drawing to like a basic psychic, right? There's the Cynthia or like a second Rapid Strike energy. Like that's 2 Rapid Strike cards in the deck that they could have, and they're thinning one out and that they're not drawn into. All right, they go Great Ball for the Inkay, bench Inkay. I think they make do here as well. There it is. They make do away before the Great Ball. So if they're going to discard the Quick Ball, or if they got so you discard the Quick Ball, and then you could have drawn into the Inkay, and then you Great Ball. You dig like 9. So instead of seeing the first 7 cards, you go make do first, and then you see 9 cards of the deck. So you should have made do away the Quick Ball first, and then Great Ball into the Inkay. Right, so now you thin out 1 Rapid Strike Pokemon. And then they make do. So unless they're like trying to see more draw cards, but right now at this point you're just trying to see as many Malamar and Inkay and Rapid Strike cards as you can, because you can assume from me playing Fusion Strike that I probably don't play any Marnie or anything like that. Like I'm playing Blaziken, so kind of hard to tell, but I don't play any Marnie, so you get to keep every hand you have. So here they opted to go over the full, I think it was 5 they discarded, which is fine, but I think they have a research coming up. So top deck Balloon. I'm trying to play the switch here to get that out of my hand so I can see more cards for this Turbo Energy that I didn't see last turn without benching the Genesect. So here I have three Fusion Strike Energy in the discard pile and 1 known one in the active. So I can't play the Sparkle, even though it says I can play the Sparkle. So now I'm just thinning again. I gotta thin out this Genesect because I won't be able to bench it anymore. Ultra Ball. I have to hit this Turbo Energy to attack. Oh, miss sequencing there. I'm not pitching the Genesect last turn, but never punished, I guess. So, Ultra Ball away these tablets in the tower. Got Blaziken. I need to save the boss here. For the upcoming, there's going to be a turn where I clutch, so that's why I'm saving the boss and not using it. Although I probably could have gone like Boss KO Octo, because they're pretty reliant on it. So, Training Core back to hand. Oh, I'm also debating like how many cards I can draw without decking out. So I have to find the Turbo Energy in the top 2, and I can't. I had to go Training Court for 1 more, so I don't deck out in the following turn. Yeah, there's another Blaziken to hand. So now this turn I need back to the energy search that I discarded. I need the Fire Energy to be on top, and seeing the Training Court there, I could have thinned out the fire and then Training Court back and just guaranteed it. Have like one other card in deck. So I could have played around that. So I should have saved the energy search instead of just pitching it right away, and hopefully I find the fire later. Because I will have to go boss clutch a Mencino, which I don't do. Well, I do that because I top decked the fire, but I could have guaranteed it with the energy search that I discarded it earlier. So I knew that was going to be an out that I was going to try to play into, and because I don't have any more Raihans, I have no way to get another attachment as a Blaziken besides attach. So I knew that the boss clutch thing was going to happen a few turns ago, and I didn't play around it with the energy surge. But there you go. Ordinary Rod, some cards back in. Level Ball. Also, Training Court is in play for them. So they can go Training Court, discard the energy with Make Do, but they just research here. See some cards. All right, find the Malamar. Training Court 1 to hand. Attach that. I think they have a few Make Do's too, right? No? Just Rapid Strike Tentacles. Not trying to discard any cards. I don't have any single prizers left on board, so they should try to build up their hand here. Not bad. There's the fire on the top, off the top. I go for the clutch on this Mencino, and then hope that they don't have an out to it, but they do play switch, unfortunately. So that's my out. I hope that they don't find a switch. I go to the Mencino because if they play Nats, right? I saw that they played Nats earlier. If I go Octillery, clutch the Octillery, they can net it back to hand for +1. So they go switch back into the Malamar. Kind of unfortunate that they play switch, but alright, also starting off with Octo. Once again, they should save the Octo until later. Until at least after the Cynthia. They could have Cynthia'd for 2. Right, so there they could have Cynthia'd for 2. And then Octo'd for 6. Because I didn't take a KO, so it's only Cynthia up to 5. But they could have gone Cynthia for 2 and then Octo for 6. Because now they have that Malamar, in hand. They also opt to get rid of a scoop up net here, which they could have held the scoop up net and got rid of like a great ball first or something, and they could have netted the artillery for +1 card. There you go, Tourney Court. Again? Huh. Interesting. I go Rapchick Tentacles. And they whiffed the KO by 1, which could have been off either the Cynthia's Ambition, right? The whiff on the Cynthia, or the whiff off the scoop of net, and I would have been KO'd there. So that's the game. That's how it, like I could have played it a bit differently to draw like more favorably later on. Like I could have benched the Genesect instead of benching the Blaziken V right away. And our opponent could have definitely sequenced a bit better, used the artillery after all of your draw cards are done to guarantee the Rapid Strike Pokemon, and then find some other cards, but they used the artillery early. So the game could have played out a bit differently, but with the sequencing and how the game went, I pulled that out with a dub. So, taking the last prize card. It was a Malamar boss with no cards in deck. So, it was a little too close for comfort, but we were able to pull it out with against a single prize deck with multiple prize Pokemon in play, just by having to sequence the Raihans, sequence the Sparkles, and get energy on board for my Pokemon to attack with, and then try to play to the clutch the Cincino so they can't attack for turn. But they just had to switch out for sure. But yeah, that's the deck. Would have played it like maybe a little bit differently, but yeah. Now I know in the future to let's save my resources for later, especially if I need a fire energy. Yeah. If you guys like the content, once again, don't forget you can follow me over on Twitch. That's where I stream content live instead of doing recorded stuff like this over at SackSack17. I'll leave that link in the description below. And let me know what you thought of the match.